Running a successful business often means dealing with stress, burnout, and exhaustion. That's why prioritizing your mental health at work is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Hi, I'm Leanna Lee.
I'm Mike Veny, and this is Bettermental. Join us as we share tools, tips, and strategies to help you build better systems for health and business growth.
Ready?
Let's get to work.
Welcome to Bettermental, everyone. So you may not know this yet, but we are reintroducing ourselves. We used to be MXV.
And before that, we were
The Mike Veny Show. Mike's testament to himself.
Okay, hold on. For the record here, it started with me looking for a co-host for my show, for my brand. And then I realized I thought it was stupid to have a show named My Show.
You started hating it.
I really hated it. And you were still talking about it. I was like, Now, we did MXV, which was mass tense velocity. And
momentum, a play on, mental health, gaining momentum in your mental health, in your business, in your life. And we were like, it's kind of hard to explain to people. It had this real sciencey vibe that neither of us
we got it, but no one else got it.
Yeah. So we wanted something that was a little easier to explain and that kind of captured what we're trying to do, I think, a little better. And so today we just kind of want to reintroduce the show quickly, tell you a little bit about ourselves, a little bit about what's coming up. And I think this is going to be a start of a great new thing.
No, it really is. And the name of the show is Bettermental. And I think that's really simple to remember. And it's all about your mental wellness as a business owner.
And not just that, it's about the wellness, the health of the business, right? Because as a business owner, especially if you're a single business owner, especially if you are freelance, working for yourself, by yourself, you are the business, right? You don't have team members to back you up. You don't have a boss to tell you what to do or to help you through what's happening. It's all on you. So you need to show up for yourself. You need to show up for your clients. You need to show up for your work. And that means showing up healthy, right? So that's the way I see it. And some background on this. This is really, really personal for me and Mike because we both deal with mental health issues on a daily basis. So I deal with anxiety, depression, PTSD. And Mike, what's your particular cocktail of mental health stuff?
Okay, here's how I describe my mental health to people. There's an oven, not just a regular oven, an industrial strength Viking restaurant oven with 4 burners. Oh, this thing is badass. And on this oven, on the top right burner is my obsessive compulsive disorder in a frying pan.
Okay.
On the bottom right burner is my anxiety. On the top left burner is my depression.
So specific.
And on the bottom left burner is a stock pot. So I take the OCD, the anxiety, and the depression, put it into a stock pot, close the lid, and turn up the heat. But the kitchen's also cool in some ways because in the ceiling, there's a slanted mirror and a curved mirror because it's like a fun house. And everywhere I look, everything is about me and it's distorted. But ultimately, the kitchen, sometimes I want to get out of it, but sometimes I don't because it protects me from you, not just you, Leanna, but anyone, because I think people are going to hurt me. And so that's what I've been battling my whole life. And I'm in that kitchen right now in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can totally relate to that. It is kind of like being, stuck in yourself. You're stuck in your own body, in your own head. And that can be scary sometimes. And it's just a little hard to deal with. And anyway, we'll be sharing a lot about our own personal experiences throughout the show. But we've been dealing with PTSD for close on 10 years now, anxiety and depression for a good bit longer, closer to 20 years. And the thing that I really drew from it was how long it took me to get help and how I've spent my entire professional life living with mental health disabilities. Now, I call them disabilities. Mike has a different he doesn't necessarily agree with the term. It's something we argue about sometimes. But we both know what it's like to try and balance mental health with professionalism, with our business. So that is something that I've had to learn. And it's a trial and error process. It's taken a lot of time. And I'm still learning. So that's why we started Bettermental.
Yes.
Do you remember how we met?
How do we meet? I think, no, okay. It was a project we were a part of.
Yeah.
You were calling me about scheduling.
Yes, that's right.
The same thing you called me
I
about
was, yes, not much has changed.
How much?
No, so I called you to get an interview set up because I was working on the production team of that video project that we did for a conference, Self-Employment in the Arts, see. And we just kind of got to know each other throughout the process, and we really liked each other, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was
Well,
really great.
you said something to me I'll never forget. It touched my heart when we first spoke. We had the whole scheduling conversation, and I gave you my vague answer like I always do. And you said at the end of the conversation, by the way, I just want to let you know I'm a Mike Veny fan. And it just touched my heart at that moment. Maybe I was having a rough day or something. I was like, oh, that was really nice to say. Like, I don't know who this person is. Then I remember calling you back for something, and I got your machine. And I heard your voice on your voicemail, your greeting. And I was like, wow, that's a very unique voice. And I started to think, because this is the artist in me, what if we put my voice and her voice
Were you thinking
together?
that right away?
Yeah, I was thinking it right
Oh
away.
my
And I was like, just something seems right. I was like, I could be wrong, which is fine. I've been wrong about plenty of things, but it's worth a try. So I figured I was going to start my own podcast, the Mike Veny Show. I wanted to co-host. And I also had an info product that I tried to create that never went anywhere at all. I think I've deleted the files at this point. But the thing was, I remember hearing our voices together on a recording, our first recording, and I was like, whoa, this works.
Yeah.
Whatever this is works. But, the reality is, look, we both run businesses, and we know how difficult it is just to run a business and just to deal with cash flow, clients that drive you up the wall.
Schedules, time management.
Yeah, COVID.
Energy. All sorts of things.
And so we wanted to really give something back because we both gained a lot of tools in the past several years for our own mental wellness. We really have. And in my work, I'm a speaker. I speak about mental health all over the world at this point. And I'm a writer, not as good as you, but I'm a writer. and I'm the author of the book Transforming Stigma, How to Become a Mental Wellness Superhero. And all of the stuff I do comes from my own pain, my own struggles, trying to get help for myself. And I just love that we have this opportunity.
Yeah. And so I'm a freelance writer, a journalist, and occasional speaker. Mike has really, really encouraged and supported me. And a lot of the speaking I've done with you, because now we go to conferences together, we speak at conferences, and we do webinars. And it's really great to see and to get to know more people who are trying to learn more about mental health, trying to just do better in their business, to create a business that really supports them personally. Yeah. So as I said, I'm a freelance writer. And up until recently, and this is part of the transition into Bettermental, up until recently, I didn't really write much about mental health. I didn't really write much about business development. I was very much more into tech and finance. And now working with you, working with Mike Veny Show, with MXP Podcast, with now Bettermental, I'm like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to write about. This is what I'm good at. This is what I know. So now my focus is on business wellness, on mental health, on business development. I write about humanitarian tech, entrepreneurship, remote work, and digital nomading. And basically, I'm fascinated by the future of work. And where we're going as small businesses, as freelancers. And so it's exciting to me that I can explore that in a podcast, but also in my work.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. And we're hoping that through this, we can really help the many business owners that are out there that are just privately struggling. We live in this world where you think you can just come out of your hut and just do your thing, pound your chest and say, I'm going to do my thing. But you know what? You need other people, and we are here to support you. We're going to be the start of your support network. If you've never had one before, you get to listen to us. disabilities.
Yeah, so let's quickly kind of do a quick summary of what we're planning for Bettermental. So we're going to be working from now on in seasons. And this year's season is about stress management. So obviously the past year has been insane for stress and stress management, mostly the lack of. But we want to cover in this season, we'll be doing a bunch of episodes about stress management, about exhaustion, about burnout. You'll hear from other professionals that we'll be bringing on, guests, to talk about their experiences, what they deal with and how they manage stress with, with either their own mental health disabilities or maybe they've struggled more with mental health over the past year or so and how they're dealing with that. And the sort of systems you can put in place to better your business and better your health. And that is what we're here for, is working to live well and just generating that great business growth, but in a healthy way.
In a healthy way, yes. And stress, exhaustion, and stress, exhaustion.
Well, I mean, that does come into it.
It does come into it. Stress, exhaustion, and burnout are affecting everyone. They are affecting everyone. So it's really important that you listen to this season because we have so many tools.
Thank you so much, guys. We will be back for our next episode. Stay tuned. We have we're starting off our season with a 3-part series on stress, exhaustion, and burnout. So you should be hearing from us on that next month. And yeah, we're really excited to get started, aren't we?
We're excited. We'll see you soon.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. You can learn more about the resources we mentioned or connect with special guests by checking out today's show notes at bettermental.fm.
And if you liked this episode, keep in touch by following us on your favorite podcast app. In the meantime, we'd love to hear what you think about the show. So DM or mention us on Twitter at BettermentalFM.
Thanks again, and see you next time.